Hey everyone! Today I want to share with you the inspiring story of the 500 Bhikkhus and the profound teachings of the Buddha that led to their enlightenment. While residing at the Jetavana monastery, the Buddha spoke to 500 Bhikkhus who had returned from a trip. He urged them to focus on their own bodies rather than external matters. The Buddha's verses emphasize the importance of self-examination and the well-taught path of virtue. After this discourse, all 500 Bhikkhus attained arahatship, a significant spiritual achievement. This story reminds us of the value of self-reflection and the pursuit of spiritual growth. It's a powerful lesson about the importance of inner exploration and the potential for enlightenment within each of us. Thanks for joining me in exploring this profound story. Introduction. Hey everyone! Today I want to share an incredible story about a bhikkhu who gained enlightenment through a profound realization. It's a story that teaches us about impermanence and the nature of our bodies. The bhikkhu's realization. This bhikkhu, struggling with his meditation, returned to the Buddha for guidance. On his way back, he saw a mirage and realized the insubstantial nature of the body. Sitting by a river, he observed the impermanent nature of the body through the breaking froths. The Buddha appeared and affirmed his realization, teaching that understanding the impermanence and insubstantiality of the body leads to liberation. The Buddha's verse. The Buddha then spoke a verse, emphasizing that understanding the impermanence and insubstantiality of the body allows one to transcend the cycle of death and rebirth. The bhikkhu, after hearing this verse, attained arahatship, the highest stage of enlightenment. Conclusion. This story reminds us of the importance of understanding impermanence and the illusory nature of our bodies. It's a powerful lesson that can inspire us to contemplate the nature of our existence. The story of Vitatubha. Vitatubha, son of King Pasenadi of Kosala, was born from a union that caused much controversy. His mother, a beautiful girl born of King Mahanama and a slave woman, faced discrimination and ridicule. This upbringing fueled Vitatubha's resentment towards the Sakyan clan. When he became king, he fulfilled his vow to wipe out the entire Sakyan clan, except for a few survivors. However, his reign of terror was short-lived. A tragic twist of fate led to his demise, as he and his army were swept away by a river in a great flood. The Buddha, upon hearing about these tragic events, imparted a profound teaching to his followers. He used the story of Vitatubha to illustrate the impermanence of life and the consequences of being attached to sensual pleasures. The Buddha's verse likened the attachment to sensual pleasures to a man picking flowers, ultimately being carried away by death, much like a great flood sweeping away a sleeping village. The story of Vitatubha serves as a cautionary tale, reminding us of the transient nature of life and the perils of being consumed by worldly desires. The story of Patipujika Kumari. Patipujika Kumari, a virtuous lady from Savatthi, married at 16 and had 4 sons. She was known for her generosity and devotion to making offerings to the bhikkhus at the Jetavana monastery. She also took care of the monastery, cleaning and performing various services. Patipujika possessed Jatisara knowledge, remembering her previous existence as one of the wives of Malabari in the Tavatimsa Deva world. Despite her virtuous life, Patipujika fell ill and passed away, fulfilling her ardent wish to be reborn in Tavatimsa as a wife of Malabari. In the Deva world, time passed differently, and her absence was barely noticed. When she rejoined Malabari and the other wives, she recounted her experiences from her human life, including her marriage and the birth of her sons. The news of Patipujika's passing left the bhikkhus grief-stricken. The Buddha consoled them, emphasizing the brevity of life and the transient nature of sensual pleasures. He spoke a verse, likening those attached to sensual pleasures to someone picking and choosing flowers, only to be overpowered by death. Patipujika's story serves as a poignant reminder of the impermanence of life and the transient nature of worldly attachments. Hey everyone, today I want to share with you the fascinating story of Kosiya, the miserly rich man, and his encounter with the Buddha's chief disciple Mahamoggallana. It's a tale of transformation and the power of generosity. In the village of Sakkara, Kosiya, a rich man, was extremely reluctant to share anything. When the Buddha foresaw their spiritual attainment, he sent Mahamoggallana to bring them to the monastery. Despite Kosiya's resistance, they ended up offering a basket of pancakes to the Buddha and the bhikkhus. This act of generosity led to their spiritual awakening. The Buddha's subsequent teaching emphasized the importance of receiving offerings without affecting the faith and generosity of others. The story of Kosiya teaches us about the transformative power of generosity and the importance of selfless giving. It's a reminder to act in ways that uplift others without diminishing their faith or wealth. Let's all strive to embody the spirit of generosity in our own lives. The story of the ascetic Paveyya. In Savatthi, a rich lady adopted the ascetic Paveyya as her son and cared for him. When she heard praise for the Buddha, she eagerly invited him to her house for alms food. During the Buddha's visit, Paveyya, in the next room, erupted in rage and cursed the lady for venerating the Buddha. The lady, feeling ashamed, couldn't focus on the Buddha's words. The Buddha comforted the lady, advising her not to dwell on others' faults or actions. Instead, he urged her to focus on her own deeds, good or bad. The discourse concluded with the lady attaining Sotapadhi fruition, emphasizing the power of self-reflection and the futility of dwelling on the faults of others. Discover the inspiring story of Chattapani, a lay disciple of the Buddha, and his encounter with King Pasenadi of Kosala and the two queens. Chattapani, an Anagami, respectfully listened to the Buddha's discourse at the Jetavana monastery. When King Pasenadi arrived, Chattapani chose not to stand, causing offense. However, the Buddha praised Chattapani's knowledge of the Dhamma, impressing the king. Subsequently, the king requested Chattapani to teach the Dhamma to his queens, but Chattapani suggested the Buddha assign a Bhikkhu. The Venerable Ananda was then directed to teach the queens. The Buddha later emphasized the importance of learning the Dhamma with due respect and attention. This led to the utterance of verses 51 and 52, highlighting the necessity of practicing the Dhamma for it to be beneficial. The story of Chattapani and the teachings of the Buddha serve as a reminder of the significance of earnestly practicing the Dhamma to truly benefit from its wisdom and guidance. Welcome to the fascinating story of Visakha, the generous donor and devoted follower of the Buddha. Her life is a testament to unwavering faith and boundless generosity. At the age of 7, Visakha had a life-changing encounter with the Buddha in Bhadia. Along with her grandfather and companions, she attained Sotapadhi fruition after hearing the Buddha's discourse. This pivotal moment set the stage for her remarkable journey. Visakha's unwavering commitment to righteousness was evident when she stood up for the principles of generosity and compassion. Her bold defense of the Bhikkhu and her refusal to accept injustice showcased her strength of character. Visakha's unparalleled generosity was evident when she donated a gem-encrusted cloak and used the proceeds to build the Pupphavagga monastery, exemplifying her dedication to the Buddha's teachings. Her life came full circle as she expressed fulfillment, having achieved all her desires. Her unwavering dedication to good deeds and promoting the teachings of the successive Buddhas culminated in a sense of elation and satisfaction. Visakha's story is a testament to the transformative power of faith, generosity, and unwavering dedication to righteousness. Her life serves as an inspiration for all those who seek to follow the path of compassion and selflessness. Welcome to the fascinating story of the question raised by the Venerable Ananda and the profound response given by the Buddha. One evening, the Venerable Ananda pondered the nature of scents and perfumes. He sought an answer from the Buddha, who spoke of the reputation of virtuous individuals. The Buddha's verses beautifully conveyed the idea that the scent of virtue surpasses all other scents, spreading far and wide. This story reminds us of the timeless wisdom of valuing virtue and goodness. It prompts us to reflect on the significance of leading a virtuous life and the impact it can have on the world around us. Thank you for joining us in exploring this thought-provoking tale of the Venerable Ananda and the Buddha's profound teachings. Hey everyone! Today I want to share with you the fascinating story of Thera Mahakassapa, a revered figure in Buddhist tradition. This story is filled with unexpected twists and turns, and it offers valuable insights into the power of virtue and reputation. Thera Mahakassapa's act of selflessness, offering alms food to a poor man after emerging from deep mental absorption, attracted the attention of Visakha, the king of the Devas. Disguised as a poor weaver, Visakha and his wife offered alms food to Thera Mahakassapa, leading to a remarkable encounter. The Buddha's explanation of Thera Mahakassapa's reputation and the significance of virtue sheds light on the far-reaching impact of one's actions. This story serves as a powerful reminder of the enduring influence of virtuous deeds and the significance of reputation. It prompts us to consider the impact of our own actions and the importance of cultivating a positive reputation through virtuous conduct. The timeless wisdom encapsulated in this story continues to inspire and resonate with people across different cultures and backgrounds. Introduction. Hey everyone, today I want to share with you the inspiring story of Thera Godhika, a dedicated practitioner of tranquility and insight development. The story unfolds. Thera Godhika was diligently practicing on a stone slab on the side of Isagili mountain in Magadha. Despite becoming very ill after achieving one-pointedness of the mind, he continued striving hard, even when sickness impaired his progress. This cycle repeated 6 times, but he was determined to attain arahatship, even if it meant giving up his life. Mara's attempt after Thera. Godhika's passing, Mara the tempter tried to find out where he was reborn but failed. The Buddha informed Mara that it would be of no benefit to him to learn of Thera Godhika's destination, as he had become an arahat. The Buddha's verse. The Buddha then spoke a verse, stating that Mara cannot find the path taken by those who are endowed with virtue, live mindfully, and have been freed from moral defilements by right knowledge. Conclusion. Thera Godhika's unwavering dedication and eventual attainment of arahatship serve as a powerful example of perseverance and spiritual growth. Hey everyone, today I want to share with you the fascinating story of Garahadinna and the lotus flower miracle. It's a tale of friendship, betrayal, and ultimately enlightenment. In Savatthi, Sirigutta, a Buddhist, and Garahadinna, a Nagantha follower, were friends. Garahadinna often urged Sirigutta to follow his teachers, claiming they had great powers. To test this, Sirigutta invited the Naganthas to his house, where they fell into a trench filled with filth, proving their lack of powers. Angry and seeking revenge, Garahadinna plotted to trap the Buddha and his disciples at a meal. However, when the Buddha arrived, the mats and coals transformed into lotus flowers, astonishing Garahadinna. Seeking Sirigutta's help, they witnessed empty pots in his kitchen being filled with food. After the meal, the Buddha praised the meritorious act, stating that the wise with knowledge shine above the ignorant. The Buddha's verses beautifully illustrate the transformation of a disciple of the Buddha, shining far above the blind worldlings. Both Garahadinna and Sirigutta attained Sotapaddi fruition, marking the end of Chapter 4, Flowers, Pupphavagga. This story is a powerful reminder of the potential for transformation and enlightenment, even in the most unexpected circumstances.